my rabbits from Accra to this side, I lost almost about 70% of the rabbits died when I came here. Within 2 weeks, I lost almost half of the farm. Surprisingly, a chicken is someone's pet too. So if a chicken is someone's pet and a pet, you still kill them. A rabbit too can be your pet, but commercially you can still produce rabbit and enjoy them as meat. And comparing rabbit meat to chicken meat, rabbit meat is much way delicious than chicken meat. After a long period of um, doing one or two research, I realized that it's better I dry the grass into hay form and I give it to them. And when you give it to them as in the hay form, they enjoy it and then they drink a lot of water.
Hello, everyone. I welcome you all to another episode of Hamburg Farms TV. My name is Oba Pasika. As we always do, yes, we go around interviewing farmers, being a poultry farmer, an animal farmer, a crop farmer, to know how you started your journey. Today, we've come all the way to Kraboa, and our guest for today is Godwin Annan. He's into rabbit farming. But before we get interactive, let's go for a quick commercial break. When we come back, we will commence. Stay tuned. Welcome back from that quick commercial break. My guest is here with me and he goes by the name Godwin Annan. How are you doing, God?
I'm doing well.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. Hope you're also fine.
I'm doing very well. What do you do here?
So this rabbit farm. I have other farms that I operate, but so this is my rabbit farm. This was actually my first farm that I started, and I didn't begin here. I started somewhere before moving them to this side. Yeah.
And how long have you been into the farming business? Let's forget about the rabbit side. You said you do other forms of farming. So farming in general, how long have you been doing it?
So farming in general, I started 2019 during the COVID season or epidemic, and then I moved to this village. So I moved here. That was February, and then in March, COVID came to Ghana. So that's how long I've been in the farm in general. So I started with the maize farm plus the rabbit farm.
So let's say roughly 4 years. Okay. And how has the journey been like? Has it been smooth? Has it been rough? Has your challenges made you ever think of giving up?
Yeah, the journey actually hasn't been that easy. Um, for instance, when I moved my rabbit from Accra to this side, I lost almost about 70% of the rabbits died when I came here. Within 2 weeks, I lost almost half of the farm. So that was shocking. And so I thought of giving up because moving your rabbits and then within 2 weeks, you just lose about 50%. I just felt like giving up. But I met one other farmer here and he was encouraging me to continue. So I just had to continue. And then my dad too was helpful. So and supporting me financially and other stuffs. Even though, so may he so rest in peace. And so with his support, I was able to still stay on my feet. And then I'm still in the rabbit business.
Sorry for your loss, by the way. And what made you move from Accra to this place? Because you said you were in Accra. And comparing Accra to this place, I think Accra, let's say, it's a city. So what made you move from the city to this place?
So basically, the main reason why I moved from Accra to this place is the space. So I was doing a backyard farm way back in Accra, and we had a small space, just one of this cage can just be there. And then our house, so behind at the back of the house, there was a different house there, and then the residents there were complaining that my rabbits are disturbing them; they don't make them sleep. So I just felt like, okay, fine. Then I have to get a different land that I can operate on a bigger space. And then my dad told me that he has a land here, so I should move to this side and use the land since no one is using the land. So I just moved here, and it's a big land, and I'm even occupying just a small part of the land. So yeah, so as big as this structure is, when they produce more and then the whole place to get occupied, I can still move to other parts of the land. So yeah, that's basically the reason why I moved to the side.
Good for you, because other farmers are renting places to, do their farming, and you are fortunate enough to have inherited this land from your dad to do your business here. I know many people don't know much about rabbit farming, as it is not common compared to the other forms of farming. When we say poultry farming, it is quite popular, crop farming is quite popular, but rabbit farming is a bit rare. What made you go into the rabbit business?
So initially I thought of having a pet. Yeah, so I went to one farmer in Adenta, and when I got to his place, he has so many rabbits. I was like, wow. So I just was like, I'm just going to purchase two rabbits as my pet. And then he was like, oh, as a pet in Ghana here. So I was questioning why in Ghana here. He was like, right, if you buy a male rabbit and a female rabbit, and you cross the two of them, and then maybe the female can give you like say five bunnies within just a month. Yeah, within just a month, and then by the time you realize the whole place will be filled up with rabbits. So I should rather think of going commercial. Yeah, so I was like seeing what he has there motivated me to think of going commercial. So initially, I just bought, instead of buying two, I ended up buying four rabbits from him. Yeah, and I didn't have a cage. I didn't have a cage, and then so I go home with the four rabbits, and then I just left them on the ground. Quickly gathered some wool and then some wire mesh, built up a cage, and then kept them inside. Yeah, I did everything myself, and then kept them inside. They were bunnies, so I had to um, grow them up to maturity, and then started crossing. And then three females, they all gave birth to five kids. So five kids within a month, and then I had 15. Yeah, 15 plus the three, 18, 19. So and then I left them to take care of their kids for 2 months. And then the following month, I crossed the females again, and then they gave birth to five again. So I was like, so within the shortest possible time, I had like almost 50 rabbits. So I just like, wow, this is a good sign that, and it's also a good from like the production, the increase in production within a short time. It shows that it's a good business to venture in. So I just thought of going to rabbit and comparing to other um, like animals, for instance. Let me use a goat for instance. A goat gives birth to either twice in a year. If you're not like it, to just give it once in a year, and they give birth to one or two. So comparing a goat that will give birth to, let's say, 2 or 4 in a year, compared to a rabbit that might give birth to 20 kids in a year, then I rather go into rabbit rather than goat. Yeah.
In terms of how you take care of them, let's say there is an infection outbreak amongst them, how do you care for them?
So if in case one is sick, I just separate them. So for instance, this morning I realized one had bloat, so I've taken it to a distant cage that is only the one occupying that cage. There are no other animals there. So that's what I do. So in case one is sick, I just have to separate it from the others. Yeah, yeah, it doesn't spread. Some diseases are not, they don't spread though, but the best is just to separate because of one or two reasons. And yeah.
Aside your farming life, is there anything else you are into? Are you a business person? Do you go to work and then leave it behind for someone to take care of it, or you are here full time, 24/7?
So I have an additional work that I do. Yeah. So let me say I'm a government worker. Yeah, and that's what I do aside the rabbit farm. But initially, it was the rabbit farm that I started on. And when I came here, God being faithful, I had another job, which is a government job attached to the rabbit farm.
So let's say you are not around, you are going to work. Do you have someone who takes care of them, a caretaker, or you are doing this alone on your own?
So for now, I'm doing everything on my own. Yeah.
You manage.
So between 4:35 a.m., I'm awake and I'll be here. First, I come here, sweep the whole place, and then I feed them, give them water, and then roughly by 7:30 I'll be done, and then I'll go to work. Then right after work, then I'll go to the other farms to go and manage that side too.
the purchasing rate? Do people come here often to buy? I'm using this comparison because poultry farming is a business that goes faster with the profit and everything, compared to buying a chicken and compared to buying a rabbit. You and I know there is a big difference. Yes, cause day in and out we are killing chicken, we are having our chicken drumsticks and all that. How is the purchasing rate?
So with the for me, my side is okay, because I have someone that supply the rubbish too, and he mostly buys at the early stage. Let's say when they are 2 or 3 months, then he comes for them and then take it to his side and then go and sell. So for my side, the purchasing is okay, and it's also, since, as you said, it's a growing farm sector as compared to the poultry side. So gradually, we are also getting there. We are creating awareness that people should start consuming rabbit meat. They shouldn't see rabbit as pet, because surprisingly, a chicken is someone's pet too. So if a chicken is someone's pet and a pet, you still kill them. A rabbit too can be your pet, but commercially you can still produce rabbit and enjoy them as meat. And comparing rabbit meat to chicken meat, rabbit meat is much way delicious than chicken meat.
Are you sure you are not saying this because you are into rabbit business?
No, please. It's rabbit meat is so far the best white meat in the world right now. Yeah. So, and it's very nice. The first time I tasted rabbit, the next day I killed another one.
Hey, if care is not taken, you finish it on your own. Oh, I see. Then very soon the chicken lovers will come for you because you are condemning their chicken and then recommending rabbits to them. So, in terms of feeding, what do you feed them?
So with the feed, for now we don't have a standard feed for rabbit. So we mostly use the chicken feed to feed them. But what we do is we kind of dilute it a bit. So for instance, I use bola starter mixed with wheat bran and then groundnut chaff. Yeah, so that's what I do in my farm.
And they consume everything. They are okay with it.
Yeah, yeah, sure. They are very comfortable. They enjoy it, as you can even see. Some are enjoying their food. Yeah.
Okay, I've seen some green leaves, should I say grasses, around. What are those?
I have moringa here in my farm, which I dry and then I break it into smaller pieces and then mix it with the feed and give it to them. It serves as medications for them too, and also serve as a growth booster for them. And then I have other grasses that are dry as hay for them. Um, Sometimes we give them the raw, the fresh grass to enjoy, but it comes with its own complications. So after a long period of um, doing one or two research, I realized that it's better I dry the grass into hay form and I give it to them. And when you give it to them as in the hay form, they enjoy it and then they drink a lot of water.
How long can a rabbit live?
Um, it's between 5, 15 years. Yeah.
They can live up to 15 years.
Yeah, they can live up to 15 years.
If there is no infection that will take their life early and they live naturally, they can live up to 15 years.
Yeah, sure, they can. That's if you are keeping it as a pet. But as a commercial producer or commercial farm, they don't last here for more than 5 years. So approximately by 3 years, they should leave the farm.
Let's talk about your other forms of farming. What else are you into?
So I'm into maize production and then cassava. So I do cultivate. I have an acre maize farm and an acre cassava farm.
You're here in Krabwa.
Yeah, they're all in. No, they're all here in Krabwa. So as I said, 2019, I came here and then I was just doing the rabbit. So after taking care of them, I realized I just go to the house and then be in the room, watch telly, and do nothing else again. So it was like I just kind of wasting my time. So I just decided to go and rent a land, an acre land, and then I used it for maize initially. And then someone was like, "There's money in cassava farming too, so I should try and add cassava to the maize, and then I did, and it was good.
Do you have any plan of, let's say, in the near future, moving back to Accra, or you are here to stay permanently, no matter what?
Yeah, for now, I've given myself 10 years stay here. Yeah, 10 years stay here, and so far I'm done with half of that year. Yeah, so I've been here for 5 years, 4 or 5 years now, and yeah, so for now, since we have a land here and my farm is here, and I'm thinking of expanding to, um, I just be here for that long. But unless maybe my other work demands that I should be transferred to a different place to go and help out, that's when maybe I'll leave. But if
In case that happens, are you still going to move them around? Because you were speaking earlier and you said moving them from Accra to this place was quite difficult. You faced a challenge, which is you lost some of the rabbits here. So if you were to transfer again, don't you think you would be at loss?
so I don't think so. The whole idea is I already have a plan that in case I'm being transferred, I'll just sell all of them out. Yeah, I'll sell all of them and then use the money, keep the money. Wherever I go, I'll go and start up there again.
Start afresh.
Yeah, I'll start at fresh. Since I already have the experience, starting at fresh won't be a problem. Yeah, since I can build it, I know how to build cages. I know where to buy some of the good breeds from. So that won't actually be a problem to restart again.
So you built all these cages yourself, or you had help from somewhere?
So all the cages that you see here, I built them myself. It's only the frames or the stands that I made a welder to do it for me. But all the cages here, yeah.
You are not wasting money anywhere. So how many do you have here at the moment, the rabbits?
So for now, I'm operating a 40 doe unit. So 40 females that are around here. And compared to the males and then the bunnies, I have like 100 rabbits right now. Yes, please.
And I've seen some babies too around. Wow. Have you had any regrets?
So far, no. But the only regrets was initially when I came here. As I said, you move to a different place and then within 2 weeks, you lose almost half of your rabbit. So that was when I had regrets that I shouldn't have even moved. I should have still stayed in Accra to do my thing. But I find that seeing the land and then opportunities here, it's I don't really feel any discouraged or regret that I moved here. So far, it has been good. I sometimes be like, oh, it's God's doing that I moved here. And then being here, I can rent um, and then any number of acres that I want. I can operate 5 acres and then do maize, cassava. So I can get money from my maize farm, the rabbit farm, the cassava farm, and I'll be good to go. Yeah.
Are your other farms around here?
Yes.
Are they nearby?
No, they are not nearby. So I have a motorbike that I use to uh, transport myself to the other farms too. So right after work, I just come home, change to my farm attire, and then I move to the other farms.
You are quite busy because you go to work, you wake up so early as 3 to 4 or 45. 4 to 5, and then you come take care of the bunnies here. You go to work, after work you come back and then go and visit your maize farm, your cassava farm. Isn't it a bit too hard? Haven't you ever thought of employing people to do all these works for you?
I have thought of employing people. For instance, the rabbit farm, I had someone that was training, and then right after his BC, he actually left to Accra to go and learn a trade on his own. So after that, I'm still here to get someone. And then one thing with farming is that you have to get someone that you can trust, and then someone who has a passion for what you have a passion for. For instance, with the rabbit farm, if I should just get anyone to come and help me out, in case I travel and I'm not around, the person can decide to feed them or not to feed them. The person can, um, yeah, just decide not to feed them or even feed them or not feed them well. We just come maybe load their feeding bowls with a lot of feed, which the animals will rabbit their legs kind of disturbs them, so they'll bring all the foods on the ground as they are searching for the proper ones that they want to find in the bowls. So if you fill their bowls up, they'll just bring everything out, and at the end of the day, you lose your feed, you lose your money. Yeah, so it all boils down to getting someone who is really passionate about what you have a passion for.
I see. No business is easy in this world. Yeah. Can you tell us more about them? Their types. I know they have. I don't know. They have. They are different species. They have names they give them. I can see a black one. I can see a brown one. I can see a white one. All I know is they are rabbits. Yes. Do you have anything to tell us?
Yeah, so we have different breeds of rabbits. We have the California, we have the New Zealand White, we have the Chinchilla, we have the Flemish Giant, we have the Chestnut, we have the English Sport. There are a whole lot. We even have Lion Hairs, which also is another breed of rabbit. And mostly with the Lion Hairs, we use them as pets. I have one here. No, I have two actually. Yeah, and so they are. Then we have almost like 300 plus breeds of rabbits in the world.
Some of these breeds here.
Yeah, I have. If if my count tells me right, I should have like 7 of the breeds here. Yeah.
I can see a white one here. Which one is this?
So the one here is the New Zealand White. So mostly the all white fair rabbit with the pink eyes are New Zealand White. And we have one too, which is all white fair with black eyes. So that's the Beveren. So I have those two at the back there. And the one you see here, some refer to them as the Flemish Giant, but currently we refer to them as Chestnut. And then we have Dutch, the one below the black and white spot. That's the Dutch. And then we have the Palomino. Their fur is all brown. Yeah. And then we have um yeah, so we have cinnamon too. It's at the back of the cage. So I have cinnamon too. Yeah. And then chinchilla is also at the back of the other cages.
You said we can use them as pets. We can also consume their meats, which you said the meats are very delicious. Do we gain anything else apart from their meats? Is there any benefit we get from rabbits aside you keeping them as your companion, which is the pet, and eating them? Is there any other benefits we get from it?
Yeah, there are a whole lot of benefits I get from rabbit. Um, so let me start with the um, droppings and their urine. So, for instance, their droppings is very rich in nitrogen, and we use it as fertilizer. I personally use it myself. So right now I'm currently trying to growing okra here, and then when it gets to some level, I'll use their droppings to as my I use my droppings as my fertilizer, and with the urine too, it's also rich. It's also a good source of fertilizer. So with that one, we just put it in a knapsack and then spray it on top of the crops. Currently in Ghana, most people who do lawns are actually trying to get the rabbit manure instead of the other fertilizers around. Why? Because compared to the other chemical fertilizers, rabbit droppings and urine is almost the same as the chemical fertilizer. So, and it's less cheaper as compared to the chemical fertilizer. So why buy an expensive fertilizer when there's a cheaper means to get option? Yeah. So that's what the other benefit. And then when it comes to the meat, yeah. So the fur too, and the fur of the rabbit too is used at. That's if you skin the rabbit. Yeah. In case we skin the rabbit, and you can even use it to make a handbag, a purse. You can use their tails. Their tails, if you cut it properly, you can use it as a key holder. So there are other commercial benefits of the rabbit aside just the meat. But when it comes to the meat side, it's very high in protein, which is good for humans, and it has all. Their meat also is low in cholesterol, which is also good for our health. And then for people who are aging, if you are a constant consumer of the rabbit meat, it actually keeps your skin tone brighter, and it's control in a way control to aging. So when you're having is it cramping skins, yeah, it will help like bring it down. Yeah.
Hey, then I have to get some. I have to get about 10 of them. Yes, because I don't want to age. I want to be forever young. What do you think?
Yeah, you can try it. It's good. It's really good. So it controls your aging. So those who are good lovers, and then there was a woman who had an issue, a medical issue, and then doctor prescribed rabbit meat to her, and then she tried it, and to her surprise, it's really helping her. So this one, those for the men and women who have been taking aphrodisia for to enhance their sexual libido and other stuff, just stop killing yourself and then try rabbit meat. Yeah, so just try rabbit meat. Rabbit meat actually enhances the libido of men and both women, and also it helps with the menstrual cycle of the females. Yeah, so and then any lady who is having a menstrual cycle issue, just try rabbit meat. It will help you.
Interesting, interesting. I think it has many beneficial importance because I just saw them as pets and then meat. But you saying this has really changed my mind. What would you tell someone who wants to venture into rabbit's business? Will you tell the person to go ahead because it's a good business, or you tell the person the challenges in it and tell the person to give it some time and make sure he or she is really passionate about it before venturing into it?
So for me, I'll rather say that you have the passion for rabbit or any other farm, just try and venture into it. Let nothing stop you from going into it. And then to everything that you do, there's a risk. And if you're not a risk taker, then you can't really do anything. Yeah. So with everything that you do, there's risks in it. The same thing when it comes to rabbit farming. So I'll tell other people that a heartbreak from a lady or a guy is not really a heartbreak, but a heartbreak from a rabbit is really a heartbreak. The reason being that you can come to your farm, see your rabbit healthy and jumping around. You move outside, come back, and then you come and see it that dead or sick. Yeah. So with that one, you feel the pain really. Yeah, you just feel the pain. But aside that, as I'm saying, if you have the passion for it, you don't nothing will stop you from giving up. Yeah, just have the passion for it, and nothing will stop you from giving up. And then secondly, you should know where you are before you want to know. If you know where you are, that will help you know what you want to do. For instance, if you are living in a rented space, and then you should ask the landlady or landlord what if they will allow you to operate this type of farm there. If they allow you, then you can start. And if you're in a place that there's let's say a residential area, and you can't do goats and other animals, just try rabbits, because with the rabbit they don't make noise. They don't make that too much noise. And even they don't even make noise at all. It's only when they are jumping in their cages that you hear them making certain sounds. But apart from that, they don't really make noise. So if you're in a residential area, you can really try rabbit. And then any other parts that you find yourself, you can do rabbit. Yeah.
You have a name for your farm.
Yeah. So this is PY Rabbit Farm.
That's the PY.
So PY actually means papaya. Yeah. So it's
Okay, okay.
the papa and the yao that I just shorten it to PY, and then just use it to name my farm.
In case someone wants to come here and then purchase, how does the person contact you?
So you can call me on 0247 626929, and then my other line, that's the Vodafone line, 02095298005. Yeah, so just call me any of these numbers, and I'll be I'll be available to you. Yeah.
I'm just praying the next time we come around, you'd have gotten an honest, trustworthy, passionate person who'll be handling all this, because doing this on your own, Yeah, I must say you are really going through a lot because you wake up as early as 4, come here, take care of these bunnies, go to work. After work, you come back, visit the other farms. You are really going through it, and I hope you find a trustworthy person you can, let's say, hand over to. Not even hand over, who can take care of your farms when you are not around. It was a pleasure talking to you. We'll come around next time to visit your maize and then cassava farm. Thank you. This is where we conclude. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and then leave a comment so that we know we are on track or off track. My name is Obapaska, and my guest for today was Godwin Annan. See you next time. Bye.